Welcome to my channel Flights Assistance Before You Fly. Essential rules for domestic air travel planning to fly within the country. This video covers the latest domestic air travel guidelines you need to know before heading to the airport. From ID requirements to baggage rules and check-in tips, we've got you covered for a smooth journey. Perfect for first-time flyers and frequent travelers alike. 1. Real ID requirement. Starting May 7, 2025, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security will enforce the Real ID Act for domestic air travel. Travelers aged 18 and older must present a Real ID-compliant driver's license or state-issued ID, identifiable by a star in the upper corner, to board domestic flights. Non-compliant IDs will not be accepted at airport security checkpoints. If you don't have a Real ID, a valid U.S. passport or passport card is an acceptable alternative. To obtain a Real ID, visit your state's Department of Motor Vehicles with proof of identity, social security number, and residency. Requirements vary by state. Check your ID status well in advance to avoid last-minute issues. 2. Valid identification for check-in. For domestic travel in the U.S., carry a government-issued photo ID matching the name on your ticket. Acceptable IDs include passports, military IDs, or Real ID-compliant driver's licenses. In India, similar rules apply, with additional options like Aadhaar cards or nationalized bank passbooks with photos. Digital IDs stored in platforms like DigiLocker are also accepted at Indian airports. Ensure your ID is not expired, and infants or minors may require additional documentation, such as a birth certificate or school ID. 3. Baggage restrictions. TSA regulations limit carry-on liquids, gels, and aerosols to 3.4 ounces, 100 milliliters, per container, placed in a single quart-sized, clear plastic bag. 311 rule. Checked baggage must comply with airline weight and size limits, typically around 50 pounds and 62 linear inches, though this varies. Prohibited items include firearms, allowed only in checked bags, unloaded, and declared, explosives, and sharp objects like box cutters. In India, only one carry-on bag plus a personal item is typically allowed, and excess baggage incurs fees. Check airline policies before packing. 4. Security screening procedures. Arrive at the airport at least 2 hours before domestic flights to account for security checks. TSA requires removing shoes, belts, and jackets, and placing electronics larger than a cell phone in separate bins. Wear easily removable shoes to expedite the process. Passengers with disabilities or medical conditions can contact TSA Cares at 855-787-2227 for assistance. In India, security includes thermal screening and social distancing, with some airports requiring online self-declaration forms. Follow airport signage and staff instructions to avoid delays. 5. Refunds and passenger protections. Under the U.S. Department of Transportation's 2024 final rule, passengers are entitled to automatic cash refunds for canceled flights or significant changes, such as delays exceeding 3 hours for domestic flights, airport changes, or cabin downgrades. Refunds also apply to baggage delayed over 12 hours or non-functional paid services like Wi-Fi. Airlines must provide 24/7 customer service channels. These protections ensure fair treatment, so review your rights if your flight is disrupted. 6. Health and safety measures. While COVID-19 testing is not mandatory for domestic air travel in the U.S. or India as of 2025, health precautions remain. The TSA and airlines recommend wearing face masks in crowded areas, though not required. In India, some states may request vaccination certificates or use of the Arogya Setu app for health status. Travelers should self-monitor for symptoms and avoid flying if unwell. Hand hygiene and respecting personal space are advised to minimize health risks. 7. Check-in and boarding. Online check-in, available 24-48 hours before departure, saves time and allows seat selection. Print or download boarding passes and baggage tags where required. In India, web check-in is strongly encouraged to reduce airport congestion. Arrive at the gate at least 30 minutes before departure, as gates close early. Follow airline-specific boarding protocols, and maintain social distancing during boarding and deplaning to ensure safety. 8. Traveling with pets. Pets traveling in the cabin or cargo must comply with airline policies. A leash or carrier is required for screening, and pets must remain secured during the flight. Provide health certificates and ensure carriers meet size requirements, typically under the seat for cabin pets. Contact the airline in advance for pet fees and restrictions, as policies vary. TSA recommends placing pet carriers in bins for X-ray screening while leashing the pet. 9. Airport amenities and conduct. U.S. airports offer lounges, dining, and Wi-Fi, enhancing the travel experience. Respect fellow passengers by maintaining decorum, following crew instructions, and disposing of waste responsibly. In India, adhere to guidelines like avoiding marked seats and minimizing washroom use on short flights. Familiarize yourself with airport facilities, but prioritize timely arrival at your gate to avoid missing your flight. 10. Travel insurance recommendation. While not mandatory, domestic travel insurance is recommended for both U.S. and Indian travelers. It covers trip cancellations, delays, medical emergencies, and lost baggage, offering financial protection. In India, policies like those from Tata AIG provide affordable options for unexpected issues, such as hospitalization. Compare plans to ensure coverage suits your needs, especially for frequent travelers or those with health concerns. Additional tips. Early arrival. Arrive early to account for unexpected delays, especially at busy airports. Documentation. Double-check ID and ticket details to avoid boarding issues. Airline communication. Contact your airline for specific policies on baggage, pets, or special assistance. These guidelines ensure compliance with 2025 regulations while prioritizing safety and convenience. For the latest updates, check with the TSA, www.tsa.gov, your airline, or, for India, the Directorate General of Civil Aviation, www.dgca.gov.in. Safe travels. Hope you like this video. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching.